But as we promised, let's move on to some of the companies that have had a rocking and roaring 2024. And Kaynes Technologies is definitely one such stock. It's been one of the best performers of the year, surging over 170% in the last 12-odd months. Well, let's talk about the opportunities ahead. Yes, there's a lot of exuberance around the EMS space. There is the PLI opportunity as well. So what does 2025 have in store? We have Jairam Sampath, Chief Financial Officer at Kaynes Technologies, joining in. Mr. Sampath, thanks for being with us. Season's greetings to you. And we really appreciate all the conversations that we've had with you through the course of the year. But you tell us that now let's talk FY25. And it's been a good year with Kaynes, offering a lot of new tie-ups, expanding. So as you're looking to close out the year, what is the overall revenue growth and what is the visibility in terms of all the newer projects that you're in right now?
Hey, good morning to you and to all the viewers. Season's greetings. Yeah, this year has been a good, successful year because despite half of the year being taken up by, I'm talking about the financial year, being taken up by elections and some little uncertainties on the political front. Still, we have been able to turn out a reasonably good result, and I think we will carry our guidance through this year. This is like a 3,000 crore turnover with 15% plus EBITDA. And I think the prognosis for the coming years is pretty good. And we have also embarked on a few, let's say, strategic moves now to make sure that we continue this growth story. So we have an aspiration of reaching on our 40th year a $1 billion mark. That's in FY28. And of course, we are now keenly thinking about what happens beyond that. So the moral of the story, I think, here is that we need to like work for the future and make an effort to carve the future. I think chances become brighter then. So we give kind of 3 years ahead planning, 3 to 4 years ahead planning for whatever we have in store. So up to FY28, I think we have fairly good visibility. We have 2 new businesses that have been launched. That's the OSAT piece and the PCB fabrication piece. And yeah, so a lot of work to do, but I think overall, I would say it's a very, let's say, aggressively demanding market. That means you have on one side demand and supply gaps, which are increasing. On the other side, a lot of execution challenges because the country is going through developing capacities and so on. So I think it's good news, good problem to solve. And as we go into the next several years, I think you will see similar work going on.
So Mr. Sampath, the revenue, last time we spoke, you said revenue for this year is 3,000 crores. Now, as we're almost ending Q3 as well, do you have more visibility? Could we say, could it be 3,200 higher? We just want to kind of go back and check that number with you.
Yeah, no, I think any higher guidance would probably come in the last quarter. When we complete this quarter, then we will probably know this. So, yeah, I think also we always believe that it's not the quarter that matters, it's the long-term growth prospect that matters. So we kind of, now our sights are trained on what happens beyond FY28 because the growth has to be ensured through actions now. And yeah, I mean, be as it may, order book is strong. So by FY25 end, maybe it will be even better probably. But I don't want to put a number to it right now. Let's do it and then we can meet up.
Mr. Sampath, since you have visibility till 2028 and you're guiding for $1 billion of revenue, is there scope for you to expand margins from here on, from the current 15% by 2028? And what would the revenue breakup be between PCB, OSAT, and the traditional EMS business?
Yeah, so like I have previously said, that the margins depend on 2 aspects. One is the mix of our businesses, and the second is the operating leverage that we get. So operating leverage contains in itself our plans for spending extra money for getting new projects on board and so on. So if you were to look, take a careful look, let's say we are assuming we have to make some assumption about US dollar versus rupee. So we are saying it may be about 90 rupees. So about 9,000 crores is the total number that we are talking about, and of which we have visibility for more than 7,000 crores in the EMS space. about 1,500 crores in the OSAT business, and about 500 plus crores in the PC board business. So as we go nearer to FY28, maybe some of these numbers will go up, perhaps. So let's see. And this will be margin accretive because the other two businesses bring in tad higher EBITDA number. And so I think you can see a upward movement on the margins.
Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. Jairam, how do you see the next package of the PLI coming in? The electronics, apparently a 40,000 crore PLI. Are you throwing your hat in the ring? And will it give the same margins as the previous? Because I believe there are a whole lot of Pidilites and Sanjeev Goenka and a whole lot of new groups who are going to be competing here.
Yeah, I think that's a welcome move. See, 40,000 crore, you must see it as, let's say it's 6% of the total, roughly 6% of the total sales that they expect. So that would mean a huge amount of, 40,000 crores of investment they expect. And that would mean a huge amount of sales that's going to come through. And newer groups coming in will only strengthen the industry. So as far as components are concerned, in our case, it's the PC board, which may probably be covered in this. Of course, the details of the schemes are yet to be announced, but we expect the PC board to get some, both in terms of subsidy and in terms of, let's say, incentives coming in. But on the other hand, while these are very encouraging things from the government side, government is doing all it takes. I think the individual players also must throw their hat in the ring of the technology and make sure that over next 3-4 years time frame, take advantage of government schemes, but make sure that you are able to stand on your own with better profitability and better, let's say, competitive strength in front of all the global majors who will probably be flocking into India shortly. And so it will be a technology-led, let's say, renaissance or resurgence or emergence, whatever you call it. And yeah, I think all these new players have to come in because electronics is becoming not just an industry, it's almost like horizontal, almost in every industry.
No, I take your point. Jairam, just if I can squeeze in a quickie, since we're running out of time. Are you also on the verge of signing up with any of the majors? I mean, we just heard Whirlpool signing with PG Electroplast. We heard just previously Dixon with Vivo. Are you continuing in those verticals? And if yes, anything we should hear? Yeah,
so in our case, the large let's say, ventures, etc., would not be in the consumer space. It will be non-consumer space. But we do have a couple of them coming up, and you would probably hear in FY26 some good news on the OSAT front too. We have almost very close to acquiring a very large, let's say, client who will be an anchor, both in the legacy packaging as well as advanced packaging. So in some sense, the destiny is helping us. So we got to make the best use of next 5 years that we have with an aggressive market demand, So we are working hard on that.
And you're on track. Mr. Sampath, I remember, I think this was a conversation we did around Diwali when you explained how for you, it's not just the, the legacy OSAT, which is a low margin business. You're going to be sort of aiming for the high margin business as well.
Yes.
So are you on track? Because you told us that you should be up and running by the first quarter, and give us a sense of investments as well. Total capex outlay for the overall business and specifically on semiconductors. But how much cash do you have? How much are you going to be spending next year? Some idea.
Yeah. So on the three businesses, as far as the EMS business is concerned, roughly 7.5% of our total sales will be investable as a capex, and that would be generated from within our business itself. That's EMS piece. Because we do have a good plan of OCF. So I think we'll be able to self-fund that EMS business. As far as the semicon is concerned, it's a 3,400 crore capex. And this capex will roughly get done, 50% of the capex will be spent by FY27, and another 50% will be spent by FY30. And so these will obviously accrue businesses worth about 4,200 crores by FY30. And as far as the PC board is concerned, it's a 1,400 crore capex. And we hope to complete at least half of it by FY26 end, and then further enhance capacities in FY27-28 timeframe. Almost pretty much the PC board business as well as OSAT business will go step in step. And so So these are the layouts, and we have already done boom planning for the projects. So we are on the way.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Jairam, pleasure having you with us, and let's hope that 2025 is going to be equally brilliant for you and for Kaynes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.